Hi guys, it's time for another video, and today's video is about grammar, specifically syntax, diction, and tone. Diction, syntax, and tone are actually very closely linked together, right? And I'll explain here as I've written. I've said that diction refers to the words in a particular situation, so which words you choose to use as the writer, while syntax determines how those chosen words are used to form a sentence. So syntax is about the structure of the sentence, and we talked about that in the past: simple sentence, complex sentence. So diction is the words that you use. Syntax is the type of sentence that you're going to put the words in. And then tone establishes the mood or the feeling of that sentence, right? How you use the sentence and the words to create a feeling or a mood, right? More often than not, adopting a complex diction means complex syntactic structure and structure of the sentence, and vice versa. So the more complex the words you use, in other words, the more complex your sentence will be, and the other way around. That's what vice versa means. It means the other way around also. So in other words, the simpler the sentence, the simpler the diction or the words that you use, the simpler the syntactic structure of the sentence will be. Uh, and lastly here, diction in writing can elicit particular tone to the writing depending on the specific words chosen. So again, um, the types of words that you use in the sentence creates the feelings and the emotions around that sentence, right? So the three structures, um, syntax, diction, and tone, are actually very closely linked together um, to create your sentence. So let's look at them in a little bit more detail here. Diction, as was mentioned before, is word choice. So, which words you choose to use in a specific or particular situation or in the sentence, right? It is how a writer uses language for a specific purpose or effect. And these include the parts of the figures and parts of speech, for instance, the verbs, the nouns, the adjectives, um, that kind of thing. So it is, it is what the writer is trying to tell you, right? And they will use specific words to get to that specific message. So they'll use facts and statistics to try and prove to you that they're right, or they will use emotional language to get you to feel something, whether it's happiness or sadness or joy. So those specific words are are put to effect, and that's what diction means. So let's look at the types of diction. Colloquial words or colloquial language. These are words or expressions that are used in normal, ordinary, everyday language by normal, ordinary people. Words like okay and hello, right? Um, Slang, on the other hand, which is the second words, these are words or phrases that are considered to be very informal. Words like okay, cool, you know, very informal words, words that you would not use in a professional setting or with your boss or in an academic essay. And the last example here is jargon. These are special words or expressions used by a group of professionals that are difficult for other people to understand. So think, for example, and if you look at the picture down here, what we have are medical terms used by doctors and other professionals in the medical industry. Nerve, healthcare, symptoms, pancreas, diabetes, endocrine, all these are hyperglycemia. All these are medical terms that we don't really use outside of medical situations, and these would count as jargon, medical jargon. Syntax. Um, Syntax is the sentence structure which controls the verbal pacing and the focus of a sentence, right? Syntax examines the patterns, the style, and the variety of the sentence to have the effect. So syntax is really the kind of sentence that you would use, short, simple sentence, or complex sentence, or compound sentence. But it's a little bit more than just the sentences that you use. It also determines the length of the sentence, right? And we talked about the types of sentence, simple, complex, I'll remove that, or compound sentences, right? And also the pattern of the sentence, right? Does the sentence rhyme or does it have a certain rhythm? The function of the sentence, what is the purpose there for? Is it there to educate you? Is it there to convince you of something? Is it there to make you think? And then also the point of view. So from whose perspective is the information coming from? Is it the author? Is it the hero or the villain? So if you look here at the, I believe it's the Jenga piece, and each piece is there specifically to create the structure, and the wrong piece in the wrong place, the whole thing comes tumbling down. And that's what syntax represents, the structure of a sentence that helps you to create that message that you want to deliver. Tone. Tone is the author's attitudes and feelings towards a character, an event, or a situation, um, or it shows the character's feelings about a situation, right? So a character, if a character is happy in a certain situation, um, the 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 author will express that using a particular words in a particular style of the sentence, right? So tone is reflected in the author's voice through the characters of a certain piece of writing, whether it's a story or a novel or uh, an article of any kind, right? Tone is generally expressed through the choice of words. Again, there we have the link with the diction or the viewpoint of a writer on a particular subject. Um, Types of tones. Now, these can include, but are not limited to this. So there's many types of tones that um, a writer can elicit in one piece of writing. In fact, even one character can have different types of tones all at the same time, right? One can be open and mysterious at the same time by just withholding certain information. And a very skilled writer can depict that in their piece of writing. So let's look at some of the tones here. We have a formal and informal tone, a serious or comical or humorous or funny tone. We have sarcasm or anger. We have sadness, cheerful or happy, hopeful or even a fearful tone, right? If you are worried that things are not going to work out as you anticipate. So that's it for today's video. I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.